What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday night. Pretty happening out in the world everywhere. World's on fire in places, at war in other places. Economy's not that great in other places. It's like, come on, us humans, man. We've been here so long. Can't we ever get it right? Maggie's trying to get it right. Maggie and Negan starting Manhattan again, trying to invite people over, lighten up the Statue of Liberty to get them to come over. That looks like what's happening next episode. And can they do what we've all been trying to do? Just make it in the world, get along together, that kind of thing. So that's what we're kind of dealing with, what we're looking at. I got Ray on panel with me tonight. What's up, Ray?
Yo.
Ray,
what's up, everybody?
Ray's handle, everybody, is Soul Taker. So I think that's pretty badass. It's better than my name, TWDExplained. That's kind of stupid. Soul Taker, it just sounds like you don't want to mess with that guy, right? And I was thinking, if the apocalypse happened, something like The Walking Dead, would you change your name? Who would change your name? Who would give themselves like a nickname to go by in a new community or something? And what would it be? I've thought about that a little bit because people's asked me over the years, and I might change my name. But then I was thinking, what if I changed my name to like Don't F With Me, right? Or Soul Taker is a pretty badass name too. I mean, it just seems like those kind of names would get challenged. Like people would come looking for you. Oh, his name's Don't F With Me, huh? Well, I'm going to go F with him. So maybe I just need to be like Bob, Joe, pretty plain Jane. I don't know. See who's in the chat. We got Caroline. Are we ready to talk some more Dead City? We're going to talk a little bit about the next episode. Look over the trailer real quick. What's up, Walter? How's everyone tonight? Everybody's doing pretty good. The heavy metal intro was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to try to change it up, change it out from time to time to get it. One thing YouTube, when they demonetize me, they're like, your shit's all the same. So I used the same intro. I kind of said the same things, same outro. So even though they may be the same on a couple of videos, I'm going to try to change it out. From time to time, the imagery, video, whatever, and music. Caroline, hope you're doing well. James and Ray. Thank you, Caroline. And looks like next episode we got the people coming over. They lit up the Statue of Liberty, and here comes the people. Here comes the people. Oh, we got Jocelyn stuff showing up. What's up, Jocelyn? Talking a little Dead City. So you can tell in this shot right here that people are laying around kind of like they're hurt. We got some injured people or something. And if I go back to this first frame, that's the last frame. The first frame, like this dude, something's up with him. And it pans over and somebody's hurt over here. It's like everybody arriving, either they're just sick, or did something happen out on the water or the mainland before they came over? What's up with all these injured people all of a sudden? Did they get in a fight with another gang trying to get over there? I just don't know. Any ideas, Ray?
No, I'm not exactly. They're looking at something important.
Yep. The binoculars kind of look like just the people in the boats and stuff. And she's saying in this shot, everybody put your guns down. Like it's not people going to hurt us. Looks like everybody's injured or something. So and of course the way they cut trailers together, these shots may not go together, but it does end up Negan and Maggie walking out, kind of looking like they're right here, kind of coming to frame at the bottom of the frame in this one. So like okay, a lot of people seems like there's some people hurt, whatever. I just don't know what's up about it.
They might have caught themselves in a Mexican standoff.
Could be, could be, could be. Juniors, are we back for real? I don't know if for real is the right way to put it. I'm just kind of on again saying hello to you guys. I went over to Twitch during the time I was off, but not a lot of people showed up. So I come back, kind of say hello and see what's up and just kind of get a feeling for it. And, YouTube told me my old content wasn't really kosher. So I can do some live stuff, but I'm just not sure if I want to or if I'm going to or what I even would do as far as regular content, like make a video. If I can't make it like I used to, I don't know. What does YouTube want? I don't know. So that's still up in the air. So some live stuff. His says, big mistake revealing they have electricity. Bandits and other groups will come to raid them. For sure. For sure, for sure. And so Negan has given dude the bat a couple different times in the trailer. This is one of them. And, there's a huge theory, Ray. I don't know what you think about it. A huge theory that Dillard, this guy here, isn't even real.
Yeah, I like that theory,
You never see him.
and I can see it playing out because after going back and watching it, it does seem like they don't really acknowledge him.
Yeah, and that's so crazy. So it's like, huh. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. In one way, like if he's not real, that's weird to me. Even for Negan having an imaginary friend and the way it is, it's I don't know. I don't know. It just really does seem that way, especially in this trailer as well, because in all the scenes we see them together, you hardly see them. There's nobody else around. He's kind of having to deal with some prisoner people or something, it looks like in the trailer, and he throws him the bat. That's the very last shot. Dillard the bat. So still doesn't mean he's real, even though they're in front of those people. Maybe those people are just watching Negan talk to empty space.
And I seem to remember, I can't remember exactly, but I seem to remember something like this happening before on the show.
Oh, the imaginary friend thing.
Yeah,
Seems like it probably happened in Fear a couple times. Let me think about the show. Rick hallucinated the voices, seeing Lori
he
at
went
the
crazy
prison.
for a little while.
Yeah, yeah. Tyrese saw Beth and the governor and other people sitting around the room while he was bleeding out. Little things like that. It is also likely that some of the sick refugees turn, which aligns with the scene in the teaser showing walkers in a hospital gown. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Just turning on the light, saying, "Hey, I know it's the apocalypse, but come on over. I know you can die and turn into a zombie, but hey, come on over. Sick, afflicted, whatever." I mean, I don't. It's good trying to help people. It's good trying to help the sick, but I don't know, man. You got to watch it. You got to be careful, and you got to be ready. More ready than it seemed like they were.
Yeah, and it's a sharp turn from what they've been doing lately, where
Yeah,
they've been kind of hiding.
no shit. I mean, Maggie saying we got plenty of guns, we got plenty of food. Yeah, I mean, don't you want to kind of it be more like stay that way instead of holy shit, the whole city's turned to chaos. I mean, she's trying to keep her boys safe, but at the same time, she lights up the Statue of Liberty. It don't make no sense, and if you really think about it.
I think they should have did like a satellite city offshore
Yeah, yeah,
to
something's
kind
where
of
they
vet
could vet.
people before you let them
Yeah,
come to the mainland.
yeah, vet people. But if the people found out, well, what are we vetting for? What's going on over here? I think it'd still be difficult, even if they sent just people, to the mainland to try to recruit people, good people, kind of vet them. And I don't know. I still wouldn't have done it like Maggie did it. Just light it up. Negan and Maggie edits thinks Dillard's real. Michael G, what's up? Thanks for coming back. He's been on pretty much every stream. At least stop in saying hello, if not anything. So thank you so much for joining everybody in the chat. And Caroline, don't forget to hit the like button and show some love, and especially that last part. Just, even if it ain't on the channel, just tomorrow when you go to work, out in the world, driving down the interstate, whatever you're doing, try to show some love. I mean, come on. We just need to all get along together. That's what they're trying to do here in Dead City. Dragon Ball, I'm really starting to believe the theory Dillard is a coping mechanism. He's not acknowledged by any other characters. I'm leaning that way the more I see it, especially after the trailer. It's like, the trailer doesn't make me think any different. Let me go through another shot. Negan in this shot right here saying, I need to know I can trust you when the shit, gets real or whatever. And it shows him, Dillard, like in a shot of looking through a closet or something. He's moving clothes back on a ride. And so if it shows him kind of off doing something himself without Negan, does that mean he's real? And Negan may be standing right there on the other side of the wall or something. So, you know how Fight Club? Did you see Fight Club, Ray? How?
I saw it so long ago, like when
But
it first came out.
just the idea that if someone was standing in the room, it would really be Negan moving those clothes back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe they'll go back and do like some reshoots where it's Negan doing everything.
Yeah, it
This
shows
Dillard's
you.
doing.
Yeah, it shows you that, like kind of like Fight Club did. It showed you how it was him the whole time. Kind of thing. So I'm wondering if that'll happen. But Dillard just don't seem real for some reason.
And it seems like he showed up after the little girl died. So it may
Right.
have been maybe like a mental break or something.
Yeah, because I don't know if you were joining us that first stream after episode 1, but that's like the next day. The time jump didn't happen till between episode 1 and 2, and it was like maybe 4 months or so, I would say.
And he
But
seems
between
depressed too.
episode 1 is when he found Dillard, and that's right after Jenny died, like the next day after Jenny died.
Something else I noticed is that everybody made it a point to, because it seemed like he's going through some type of depression, because he was sitting around playing video games all day, and everybody made it a point to say how much it stank where he lived at.
Yeah. Stinks. Sorry, going through the comments, reading, see what's up. Wonder what Renata thinks about Negan and Maggie. If I were a character on The Walking Dead City, I would definitely confuse Negan and Maggie as a couple. Yeah, no shit. I don't understand that either. His ham. Gollum Smeagol. Yeah, that's another good one. Walter. Good little thing there. We did see that Herschel drew Old Hilltop, Alexandria, and the prison. Yeah, they tried to throw that in as little Easter eggs. His drawings was episode 2, I think, and last episode. But here's a shot of the kind of the ER, I guess you may call it, emergency room kind of thing, hospital floor, and there's hurt people everywhere, just everywhere, and it almost looks like modern day, just a crazy, chaotic ER. Yeah, Michael, I mean, I'm not saying go back and watch them. Sometimes they're hard to watch, rewatch sometimes. But I think if you do, you would see that, yeah, nobody acknowledges Dillard. Maggie walks in the bar that one time and speaks and looks directly at Negan the whole time. And Dillard's kind of like holding his hand up like, hey, I'm over here, kind of like a little thing. But she never acknowledged him. So that's a weird one, but
And I like that actor too, so I hopefully
yeah,
he's real, and we get to keep him for a little while.
right. But our luck, that ain't gonna happen. Just
And I like
because,
the
just because he's
back
a
and
good
forth
actor.
between him and Negan too.
Yeah. That's especially last episode. They went off there with some mom jokes and stuff there for like 2 minutes straight, and they're playing the video game.
Yeah, two
Yeah,
player. You know, it's
and
weird too. So they're
what?
playing two-player Gears, and a new Gears just came out.
Oh, really? That's funny.
E-Day.
Probably didn't have anything to do with each other.
Right.
They could have played that up some more, but that's the thing, because of that, Ray. Their banter, it to me, it kind of adds to it's his subconscious, right? Because they do get along so well,
True.
you know. So
It,
I don't
it,
know.
it seems like nobody likes Negan except for Dillard.
Right, right, and they connect so well, so quick.
I saw them. I saw something like after the show when those two were talking, and they seemed to have like natural chemistry together.
Yeah, yeah, and they're two cool people, really two both good actors. Yeah, I think they definitely got some chemistry going on, which plays out on the show. I mean, those are some good. Maybe I think maybe Caroline. I forget who said Dillard's her favorite character and the best part of the show. Somebody did in the comments. Caroline putting up the links. She'll put up pretty much all of them, probably the Discord and everything. Patreon. I'm moving all of my stuff over to Patreon. Um, as far as my old videos, there'll be a good handful of videos I'll keep on the YouTube, but the most of them will be moved to Patreon. Maggie also gave Negan a weird look. I mean, everything's pointing to it. Um, who's messing around with her upstairs if he wasn't real? Um, Again, that's she could have been alone and still moaning. Anyway, you guys would have to know the movie to understand that one.
Use your imagination.
But kind of like Rick with the phone. Yeah, it's an hallucin mind game. I don't know if hallucination is the right word. He did hallucinate Lori for sure, but the voices on the phone, like he was just hearing voices in his head. So Negan is actually seeing Dillard. So it's some type of literal hallucination. Maybe if he thinks he's really seeing him, I guess. The actor that plays Dillard is in another great show on Apple called Dark Matter that's coming back in August. Very true, Caroline. Dark Matter season one was pretty good,
Yeah,
and
Matter is very good.
season two's coming, and it looks like he may even have a little bit bigger part maybe
So,
in season
from
two.
my understanding, the first season is based off a book series.
Right,
And
right.
from my understanding, they already went through all the book stuff in the first season. So the second season is going to be,
Unique.
hopefully, it's not going to be, but it's going to be kind of like Game of Thrones
Damn.
after they get past George R. R. Martin stuff.
Right, right. Yeah, they're just kind of making up the story at that point. So we'll see. It looked good. The trailer looked good for season two. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
I'm really into science, and I know that's more of a concept type theory instead of could be real type theory. That's just the way I see it anyway. But some of it's hard for me to watch because I'm just like, no, no, that's not. That's just so far fetched. But it's sometimes it's tough to let go and just say, just enjoy the story they're giving you. And
Yeah, you kind of have to suspend disbelief on this show if you want to
yeah,
like it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially with all the main character dudes. There's like infinity.
Yeah. Even the
Which
guy that plays Dillard, I'm pretty sure he's dead, but he looks like he's in a new season. So,
right, but there's infinity of him also,
right,
right? I
right.
mean, so it's just it's crazy to think about. It hurts your head if you try sometimes. Um, yep, Caroline throwing out the links. Come and hang out in the Discord. There's a lot of stuff happening in the Discord. I say that. I need to get more involved. There's a lot of different channels though, and people are putting stuff in the different channels all the time. Dragon Rick actually copes with all the losses twice before the bridge explosion. His guilt manifests important people from his life pushing him forward. Yep, that's another time that there were kind of like hallucinations. Shane in the car and everybody running across the bridge. Just, so all yeah, it's another time that kind of thing happened. That was Negan's definitely seems like, I think, Ray, you said it. I think that definitely is stemming off of just all the trauma that's happened in that last little bit, but especially Jenny, losing Jenny.
And she died in such a fucked up way too.
Yeah, yeah.
She got was she like tripped and fell on a pole or some shit?
Yeah, she got stabbed or something and it got infected, which ended up she couldn't get medicine and help, and she died. And that's a lot of people I remember saying didn't like the character, but still, she
I
didn't
I
have
didn't
the best
understand the
death.
character because I couldn't understand if she was trying to save Negan or if she was really trying to kill him.
I think the last part is true until she tried, and then she didn't. You know, she was going to, she wanted to, and she kind of tried, but then she's like, I changed my mind. Seems like, I don't know. Again, you're right. The writing was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Caroline, very true, Ray, about Dark Matter. They said there was not going to be a second season for that reason, but apparently they changed their minds, and I was happy. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully that's a good season. I think I'll definitely be watching it. Not sure if I'll review it, but we'll see. If you're into that, Ray, that'll be something. I know we got to get a Silo review video together, stream, and we'll do like whatever episode we're up to, and then maybe come back at the end of the season on
Yeah,
Silo.
definitely.
It's a good one. Um, she cut herself on a tree, I think. Yeah, she cut herself on something. She stabbed her or got stabbed. I'm looking forward to the next episode. Michael G says, "Want to see the party when the nice strangers arrive? It's TWD. What can go wrong? A lot of stuff. This dude's handcuffed to the bed. I mean, everybody seems to be hurt. Something's up. This dude's handcuffed to the bed. Maggie's like, what the hell's going on around here? And then she has to take a pole and hit this person that's got Lewis, however you say his name, at knife point, it looked like. So a lot of stuff going on. There's a fire. It looks like in maybe the hospital ward. There's oxygen bottles laying there. There's a plug-in on the wall. So maybe
Yeah, that
that's
looks like an explosion waiting to happen.
something's about to happen right there. So nothing's looking good at this point. So then we go to, I don't know what scene this is, because the two people you see right here, the guy in the hat and the girl or guy, I guess girl, standing beside him with their hands tied behind their back. You see Negan and Maggie behind them, and then you
That's
see,
that's a girl.
I don't know. Don't get me lying. Sorry if I'm just throwing stuff out there. Whatever it may be, male or female, the dude with the walking there's got some kind of pole with a something with tied to a wire. You know what's going on here? Is this because the one on the right in front of Maggie is the one she hit with the pole that was doing bad shit. And I don't know what the guy in the baseball cap did, but he did something bad as well. So is this the reckoning? Because as you go on through, we got Negan got them both tied up over here, chained up, and he's telling, you don't see Dillard in this shot, but he says there's two of you, but only one of you can live, or something like that. And he throws Dillard the bat, who wasn't standing there just a second ago. So that may be another thing showing you that Dillard isn't real. Like you see the rainbow painting on the wall over there behind him, and Negan standing there. Again, the way the trailer's cut, Dillard could have walked up, you know, and it just cut to that part. But there's the rainbow on the wall over there, and he catches Lucille, and so
I think that this scene may be what tells us whether or not Dillard is real or not, because it seems like they would acknowledge him and try to at least beg for help, because Negan
right,
don't look like he's playing.
right, and even it was Dillard that used the bat or something. Again, if you rewatch the scene without the hallucination, it would be Negan holding the bat. So even if they said something to Dillard, they may really be saying it to Negan. And it's funny because Negan was a hallucination in somebody's mind, or Jeffrey Dean Morgan um, in The Boys. So that's kind of funny. If Dillard ends up being a hallucination. So I mean, these guys obviously did something wrong. Are they leaders of another group? Because the way Negan says something in this shot is something like, one of you can stay, one of you can't, or something like that. Maybe these are two that were against each other fighting, and they had said, hey, you can't bring that fight over here. So one of you can maybe stay, but the other one can't. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Negan stops and racks her. She had a chance to shoot him. Going back to talking about Ginny. Um, yeah, the one thing about Negan looks like he is kind of going back to his old ways a little bit. And not, a lot of people like that. A lot of people like that as far as, yeah, he can be redeemed, but just against the new people coming over, kind of use some of his old tactics to make shit work. Either way, there are New Babylon spies or bandits sent to try to scout the place. Possible, but New Babylon, that's where Percy went back over to New Babylon to try to get that in order. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think we're going to have a problem out of New Babylon. Maybe some other people, bandits and stuff, but not. Let's see here. Super Mario. Hey, hey,
Who
hey.
who is more of a powerful community at the moment right now? New Babylon or their community?
Well, New Babylon, most of the army, Percy's like most of the army got wiped out. When it blew up, the leader lady that had come over with them died. So there may be part of a council left or something, but it's really a power vacuum with them, and they don't even really have an army anymore. When the church blew up, the army was like marching right outside in front of it. So I would say, I don't know which one would be more powerful. Maggie's talking like she's got all kinds of guns and everything.
Might be a little too cocky.
She's always been that way. His says we don't know who might have taken over New Babylon. Possibly Pearlie came back too late and someone more radical seized it. Yep, that's very true. Now there's definitely, months have passed, but at the same time, months have passed, and that's when Pearlie left last episode. So had he been over there to the mainland and come back, what's up with him? What's up with nobody is going to investigate the bricks population? Yeah, Maggie supposedly went to the bricks and got whoever wanted to come along and brought them over already. James, I'll listen to the rest later. Good discussion. Got dinner and drinks waiting. Yeah, man. Don't want that dinner to get cold. I will talk to you soon. Thanks, Michael. Caroline putting up the links. Don't forget to follow Ray
He
on
said dinner and
YouTube.
drinks.
Dinner and drinks. Nice. The Soul Taker on YouTube. So don't forget to follow Ray as well.
Don't get your soul took.
Dun dun dun. You need a theme song. I wish all episodes were released at once. I like that as far as a viewer and just to binge it and get it watched. But as far as a reviewer, like talking about it week by week is definitely a better way to do it. It just seems long and rushing to the whole season just dropped. Let's go talk about it. It's like that's a lot to cram in. But
For the
yeah,
most part, I normally prefer weekly releases because you have time to digest. And you have shows like our show or the show we're doing right now, where you watch the regular show, maybe it's an hour, and then maybe you get an extra hour of discussion about it. It's like
Yeah.
getting two shows.
Yeah, yeah, and it just seems, especially a show like From or something like that, all dropping at once. That'd be a mind boggle. Oh my goodness! But
Yeah,
yeah,
it'd be a lot to digest at once.
the different people likes it different ways, and I understand. I get it. Caroline, I can see the reason to like the binge, but she likes weekly. Also, Dragon Ball says we're going to need more than one season of reunion to catch up with Dead City. Maybe actors and cut ending of season 11 could come back. I don't know. Yeah, that's just so. We'll see. We'll see what Gimple can pull off. Walter agrees with you, Soul Taker. So, Maggie, is that their ring, Glenn's ring stuff she's got on the necklace right there? That's just crazy. Crazy dealing with Negan.
She's gonna use that ring to propose to Negan.
Oh my goodness, don't say it, Ray. Don't say it. Don't say it. I know this was the ring Glenn gave me, but I want to give it to you, Negan. Will you
I
be
think
my husband?
I know you don't like that matchup, but I think they're gonna have some type of love interest for Renata. So somebody's got to get with her.
So you're saying Maggie or Negan?
Oh, oh, I didn't even think of that. I don't know. I don't know what I want to see more.
Maggie or Negan?
I don't know. If I get to see some more Renata, I'll be happy.
Oh
I'll just
yeah.
put it that way.
So what's your thoughts on the season so far?
Better than last season, if that's a gauge.
Better than last season?
Yeah, it's on a upward trajectory in my opinion. It's not starting off the best, but it seems like it's getting better episode by episode. And if
Yeah.
if Dillard was in his mind, that would be a good twist.
Um, if I don't know, I still say he's not real. It's hard to think about theories on him that involve him being real.
Okay, okay. Baby Clay said he's gonna come through.
Nice, nice. Been 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah, I may just go
But
about an hour. I may try not to
Maggie
keep it
gets
too
with
long.
Daryl, and I don't. Would you be opposed to that? Even though I don't think Daryl would do it,
Yeah, I don't think Daryl would ever do that. He's like, "What? You crazy? You
just
fucking
because of
crazy?"
Glenn.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see it, I guess, but I hope it don't happen. Yeah, Maggie needs to get with the doctor dude, and that's in this season. Yeah, Dragon Ball said that. Let me get down there. The comedy so far has been, yeah, it's been a little too much. If they can dial it back, I don't care to have some comedy, but just not too much. Dragon says it looks like she's falling for the doctor, and that's what I'm thinking. She just needs to fall for the doctor. Negan, he don't need nobody. He don't need no damn woman. He's got Dillard. He's got Dillard.
So the reason I could see her falling for the doctor is because him and Herschel seem to be forming some type of connection.
Who?
The doctor and Herschel seem to be forming
Oh
some type
yeah,
of
yeah.
big brother, little
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, that kind of, yeah, for sure. He's teaching them medicine and stuff. I think they're going to get pretty close. So that would allow, like a better words, father figure. Negan definitely isn't that. So this Lewis guy could be, and Maggie get with him. That's where it needs to go. But what do you guys think in the chat? Negan needs to go back to Annie and Joshua. Dragon Ball says that just he said it wasn't going to happen. Last episode, not going to happen. So that's where we're standing with that. I think he's got his son that could, if they ever did a new generation, next generation, or whatever.
I don't even, is that even possible? No, yeah.
What is it? What'd you say?
He doesn't know where Annie and Joshua is. So
Well, I think he does. He knew where he kind of sent them out west or whatever, and then he sent for them, and they actually came all the way back where he could see them with binoculars, and he said, "Send them back." And so I think he knows where they are, according to last season. He just
yeah,
said this season. He just said, they don't need me, and I don't need them.
but the doctor knows what he's doing. He's like, I'm gonna get to her through her son.
Oh yeah, yeah. So good point, Ray. Doctor's getting close to Herschel, so he can get close to Maggie, so they can, they can be like, "Hey, you want to, come to my place and watch a DVD,
Some Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill in the apocalypse." That's right. That's right. Dragon Ball. I'm wondering why Judith was recast for the ending where they were all going to be grown up. Does she not look old enough? No, not if you're going to time jump like 20 years. That's what that was. I mean, look at
Here we
RJ.
go with the timeline.
RJ was, the tallest one out of the group. He had aged at least 20 years. So you're looking at 20 years. No, the current Judith that they had didn't look like she would. You couldn't age her up enough for that. What if the doctor turns bad? I don't think he will. He seems like he's one of the leaders, good guy leaders. Caroline, I would like Negan to go back to his family too, but it doesn't look like. Nope, very sadly. Doesn't look
Yeah,
like.
normally doctors want to save lives, no matter if they're good or bad.
Yeah, hopefully it stays that way, especially if they're going to train a bunch more. Because it looks like all the people are coming over. Even the crazy ones, the sick ones, the burned ones. I'm wondering if like these people are burned because of the fire we saw in that one frame or something. Excuse me. But it does look like everybody's coming over. There's a lot of hurt, sick people. And maybe nothing happened. It's just, hey, they're hurt, sick people. And they think, hey, there's a beacon of light. They have electricity. Maybe they have a hospital that's working. Let's take all the sick and afflicted over. And maybe they can get some help. So maybe that, is simply what's going on. Is people, that's the whole thing that a lot of you guys have mentioned in the chat and stuff, even on the last couple streams, is if they announce that they have electricity, that's, I mean, they're just opening the floodgates of people with no way to vet them or anything. Just, hey, come on over. It's pretty much the Statue of Liberty thing, bring your sick and afflicted and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty much what they're
Yeah,
saying because they're announcing in the apocalypse, hey, we got electricity over here.
yeah, bring your huddled masses and all that.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Does
I don't know.
Lucille still have the electrocution upgrades?
The button was still on there this season, like because it was just the next day or whatever. In the first episode, it might have been the
Okay.
first episode I saw the button. I haven't been able to spot it during this last episode, but we might see. But it was on there still. I don't know if it's charged or if it still works, or if it was like a one-off kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, the button was still on there, which is pretty crazy. Which is
Now,
pretty crazy.
now that scene where he had them hanging by their arms, I can definitely see Negan busting out with the whistle.
All right, say that again.
I said the scene where they were hanging by their arms, those two people.
Right?
I can see Negan busting out with the whistle,
Oh, the whistle, doing
doing
the whistle
doing the
right
any
here.
mini miny mo.
That actually may be a thing he does is the any, mini, money, mo. I'm thinking. I could see the whistle. I could see the any, mini.
I'm trying.
Yep, yep, that's it.
You know it's coming in.
Yep, and he might do that as he's walking in to him. So we'll have to see what's up. Are they two faction leaders or just two criminals? How that's going to work out, especially if he's saying one of them can live. It's kind of what, excuse me, it seems like he was saying in that scene. So, we'll have to see what's up with these people. But this person over here to the right was definitely attacking Lewis with like a knife. So something's up as far as why they got him chained up. Does seems so. And whatever they're doing right here, it's like, I don't even know.
I mean, it looks like they're about to have some type of public execution or
Yeah,
something.
an public execution. And it's like, well, if they're
They
going to
already
execute,
got graves dug or something.
is this before or after this shot? Is the public execution thing after this? Because he throws dude the bat. It's like, okay, we got to kill one of them. So which it's almost like which one of these comes first. But this also looks like an execution or going to be. So I don't know, man. That thing he's carrying in his hands don't look like it's going to play nice. Hooked up to electricity or something.
Yeah, it looks like some type of wrist collar or handcuff or collar around their neck or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd fit around the neck, but definitely a wrist or an arm or an ankle. I mean, it's just weird. I can't. I mean, it's not like, oh my god, I can't wait to see what it is, but it'll be interesting to find out what the hell it is once it airs. It's like, what are all these utensils and stuff in the foreground? Um, handles of like or like broken pieces of chairs or something. It's like, is there going to be a bonfire? I mean, I don't know. Could be anything. Maybe it's Thanksgiving. Maybe it's Thanksgiving, Ray.
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. Let's see the little decorations in the background, the little stars. Yeah, something totally not what we're thinking. It could be going on.
uh, like the Simpsons, it's whacking day.
Whacking day. We got Ronnie in the chat. What's up, Ronnie? Good to see you again. Dragon, excuse me. Dragon Ball said that Negan did that with him, but he overcompensated with the brutality at the end of season one. Yep. But it could be that he gives it to Dillard because he has something else in mind. Very true. There's 1,000 ways it could go for sure. And is Dillard even real? Oh my God, now that that's in my head. Like I had read it somewhere, and I think last stream, Walter or somebody brought it back up, and I'm just like, damn it. If I keep hearing that, I'm gonna start thinking it, and I can't turn it off now. He don't
Same,
seem real.
same here.
He don't seem real.
Same here. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it.
That's so crazy. And I guess a lot of people are seeing it because it seems kind of obvious. I don't know. It seems to be the talk. So I don't know. It's hard to, like I say, I think this next episode might, be the actual start of the season. It's cool, Walter. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I mean that's just what it is, though, right, Walter? It just seems like it. More you look at it, and so episode 1 and 2 kind of got rid of the bullshit from season 2, and now we're kind of they turned on the light on the Statue of Liberty. A whole bunch of people's coming over. They're gonna have to deal with it. The season's kind of starting. What do you think? Walter says exactly.
But for me, it seems like they used the first couple episodes to tie up these loose ends from last season so they can start something new. Hopefully, it's good.
Yeah, yeah. That's the whole thing. Hopefully, it's good. That's always it, right? Everything broke down. Came on the scene, and I don't know if he's still on the scene. His thing says offline. We'll see. He's gonna come back. He'll come back. Maybe. We'll see what he thinks. So, Ray
Get any type of tie-ins from the other shows.
in Dead City,
Yeah.
there's been, those few. You mean like Easter egg stuff? Or what?
No, I mean like actual tie-ins where like maybe the shows
Like it's
start running
gonna.
concurrently or something like that.
I don't see it.
All righty, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. What about you,
What?
Ray? You hear him?
What we
Yeah, I
talking
can
about
hear.
here? We talking about Dead City?
We're talking about Dead City.
I haven't watched this episode, but I don't mind spoilers because I'm pretty sure it's the same shit, you know. But I gotta watch
Negan.
this new episode.
Negan got bit.
No, not the Negan that smashed Glenn's head in front of his. Should we feel bad about this though? For real, did he redeemed himself? Do y'all think he redeemed himself? Because I still hate Negan.
Oh, so you one of those Negan haters.
I'm a Negan hater till the end. Dead City does not redeem Negan for me. I'm sorry.
Well, damn it, baby Clay, you
I
gotta.
I love his art. I love the way they tried it, but nah, he smashed my boy's Glenn head and like with Lucy or something. With Lucy.
Say it, and you
He
don't want
did.
to see him smash Maggie.
What?
You don't want to see Negan smash Maggie in the good way.
No. I feel like that'd be the ultimate betrayal. If I was Glenn, I would haunt Maggie for the rest of her eternity. Not only when she's alive, I'll follow her even after death and haunt her. If she sleeps with the guy that smashed my head in.
You'll haunt her forever.
Forever, James. She's gone.
That would be a low blow, wouldn't it?
That's a fucking low blow if I've never seen one.
That would be a low blow.
So you're gonna be like a ghost of Christmas past.
Yeah, no, I mean, because Glenn wasn't my favorite character, but damn, like, I gotta have my boys back. Like, you sleep with the guy that smashed my head, that smashed his head in? Nah, that's not the way to go. I know it's a zombie filled universe, but I'm pretty sure there's out somebody out there for you.
Well, it's kind of like how the Targaryens do their family, a lot of incest and stuff.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just it's just one of those things that's going to become more common in the apocalypse. People sleeping with their murderers.
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough
No,
pill for me to swallow.
no, I'm just shitting you. I'm just shitting y'all. I'm just shitting y'all. I think it's messed up, and they've been playing on that right for the last at least few seasons of Dead City. They've been saying Negan Maggie relationship. All the fans and the memes and everything, the AI and just everything is saying all that, and it's they're just playing it up, right? They're using it as part of the I don't know if you call it marketing, but the ploy, right? The
Hmm.
ploy of it all. They know, yeah, they probably should never get together, and they're not ever going to actually get together. They may be laughing at each other drunk in the bar at some point, and that may be going a little too far too, in my personal opinion. But I don't think they'll ever get together. Get together.
I hope not. Negan should have been unalived a while ago. He should. Granted, I understand it's in the stories and the comics, but at the same time, if I was Rick, as I'm telling you, I would. They couldn't have gave me a chance to kill Negan, and I would have done it.
Walter, it might be a kink for Maggie. Let's hope not.
It might be, might be,
Let's hope
chat.
not. They could write it that way.
The old dead husband kink.
I mean, he talked about it to Rick around they were at the graves there at Alexandria, and he was like, where's that widow at? I think she
Where's
liked
that
me.
widow at?
I think she liked me. I think, she wanted we could hang out.
And I mean, and look, foreshadowing at its finest. I still hate Negan though.
No, he didn't get bit. Of course, he didn't get bit. But they're still getting it's kind of a getting rid of season 2 episode to me. Yeah, they did one big moment. They turned on the Statue of Liberty. They let everybody know that there's electricity. The mainland is coming over. That's what we see in the trailer. You see all these
Yeah.
boats and people, and we're talking about how if you say suddenly in the apocalypse, hey, there's electricity over here, and it's the Statue of Liberty, it's a beacon anyway. Bring your sick and afflicted, and we were saying, the different things. They're going to bring their sick and afflicted, and that's kind of what it looks like in the trailer. That there's just a bunch of people, you know, that's
Traveling.
that's being brought over from communities or groups that are like, hey, they got electricity, maybe they got a hospital, maybe they can save you, maybe they
So,
can help you.
question: do you think we'll see somebody from the Fear of the Walking
No,
Dead?
no.
No. Okay, so that they don't cross over like that.
I mean, if anything, it'd be Dwight and Sherry, I think, and that would be cool. They're crazy not to do that, in my opinion. It's like, why the hell won't you do that? Well,
Right. Right.
Scott Gimble,
The black dude with the staff is still alive, right?
yeah,
Morgan.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Morgan, yeah.
So they may use next season as something like that, as some kind of bridge at the end of the season to kind of bridge it to something. But I don't see them using it so much as a storyline. Just because what like we were talking a stream ago about how it seems like Scott Gimple wants to keep this separate and the timeline vague, just so once he does talk to all the other actors and try to get a script and who can schedule and get all this shit together, he'll have to kind of see where he's at and where Dead
Yeah.
City then fits in that, right? So he doesn't want to stir it up too much with any other actors or no other part of the story yet.
I think that's a
Yeah.
big mistake.
Yeah, me too personally, but he
'Cause why
doesn't
have all
know.
these different shows and not time together?
I know, and he wanted to be Marvel. It's like that's the most Marvel thing you can do, but he's totally not. He's being everything but what Marvel's trying to do, tying stuff together and everything, and not just with an end scene, but with the story itself. And he has so much opportunity to do that. I think he's just, he said there's going to be 3 movies, and they finally shut him down to a 6 episode series. Okay, well, that's a little different, but same amount of time, really. If you look at movies, how long the movies would be, it kind of plays out the same. But a lot of things changed, studio or whatever reasons, budgets changed and stuff like that. So he's got all that to deal with, and I understand, you know, that is a lot of pressure and trying to, well, where can I fit a script in, and when can the actors all come together, and he's got to put a lot of pieces together. I understand, but still, you know, everybody else, a lot of other studios can do it. Come on, Gimple. Get AMC together. Who's the bad cog? Is it really Gimple? Probably some of it, but I think there's some AMC execs. You know what I'm saying? That are probably just as much.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like Fallout. Fallout came out with a season about New Vegas, but no video game to play.
Right. What's up,
They could
cuz?
be tying stuff in and making more money if the executives worried about making money.
Damn.
I agree.
You just had the Gears game come out. That could have been an advertisement on the show or something. If you gonna put it on there anyway.
I agree. I agree. Walter says there's a rumor Victor Strand could appear, and if they could pull that off, because that dude has went on to win like some Grammys and shit or Oscars or whatever. He's a level at this point. So if they could pull him back into a show, I'd be very surprised. But that's just me. He does have a connection to it. So even just a cameo would be something crazy. But I don't know. I think it is just a rumor. We'll see, Walter. I've been wrong so many times before. Sunday stream, even before I see it, I like hanging out with you guys, and I'm not that vested to the show. I know. Dead City. It needs to get better. Victor and Negan can definitely relate on a lot of things. I agree. That would be crazy for them two to meet up. Because I never liked Victor myself. He wasn't my favorite character. The actor, great actor, all that kind of stuff, right? But I just never liked the back and forth, like backstabbing nature of Victor on Fear.
If you had to pick, who would be your favorite character in the show from the show?
Probably Rick overall. I mean, just overall. But I like Carol. I like Daryl. I like a lot of them for different reasons. I don't like Maggie so much. She's just the worst mom ever.
Yeah, I really never really fought with Maggie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got two. I like Merle's arc. I think was the best arc, one of the best arc in television. He's coming off as an arrogant, R word, but comes to find out he sacrifices himself for literally everyone. You know what I'm saying? And I liked his story arc. You know what I'm saying? With him working with the governor and not really betraying Rick, like literally surviving, got out the handcuffs, cut his own hand. Correct me if I'm wrong, did he cut his hand off? I want to say he did, right?
What do you do?
Something like that.
Merle.
He ended up handless.
Handless? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, from the rooftop.
But we don't know that he cut it off though. That he
He,
himself cut it off.
I would say yes.
Okay.
I would say yes,
I
he
like
did.
Shane. I like the underdogs. I'm gonna be real. I think Shane was right. Besides sleeping with your best friend's wife, everything else he was saying was right. He
He also
came
tried to
off
kill him too.
wrong sometime, but man, Shane's character, I love Shane. I like John as an actor. Like
Oh yeah,
John is a great actor.
he's went a long way too. I mean, getting a TV series Punisher is one thing, and if they had made a movie, that'd been cool. But he at least was in the new Spider-Man movie, so that's going pretty far. Like, you can't say Andrew Lincoln's done that. You can't say even Jeffrey Dean Morgan if you want to go that far. But any of the actors, not many of them have just propelled. You know what I'm saying? Sonequa Martin Green did a little bit. She did the Star Trek thing, and I didn't like that
Yeah.
show personally, but
And
it was went several seasons. I mean, that's pretty big. Going to lead a Star Trek series, that was pretty big.
and I'm a Star Trek head, and I did not
I've
enjoy
never
that.
been a fan of Star Trek. I watched the movies, but in a couple of episodes, but I just never. Always been a Star Wars head for real. I
Yeah,
couldn't keep up with
I like
both.
both.
yeah. But between the Shane character and of course, Daryl's did of Norman Reedus has done a few things, but the Shane character and who else were we talking about?
John, how great he was as an actor, Punisher, he might
But your
Yeah,
favorite
yeah,
characters.
he's
favorite characters and
exploded.
stuff.
He's exploded.
Yeah, he is. And you want to know what's crazy? Norman Reedus played in Blade 2. I just realized that yesterday.
Yeah, yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
yo, that's fucking Daryl.
yeah. He that was, I don't know if I saw Boondock Saints or that before, like first. I can't remember. And that was one of those two. Whichever one I saw first was my first introduction to Norman Reedus. Like I was like, who's this dude?
Damn. Another terrific actor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's one of my favorite characters is Daryl. Can't beat it. He's got plot armor like a motherfucker.
Yeah, if you'd have told me back in season one that he'd be in Europe at some point and all this stuff, I'd be like, shit, I don't know. Sounds crazy.
Yep. I agree, Caroline. I like Beth, I like Merle, I like Shane. Cause like I said, Shane was wrong with sleeping and doing things with his best friend's wife. But at the same time, he was speaking the truth. You can't trust everyone. This is a new world. You got to put law and order down. You can't be so soft now because not only are you dealing with zombies, you have to deal with people. So I understood Shane where Shane was coming from, his entire arc in the show. That's why I have to add Shane in my favorite character, especially when he was coming back as visions every so often. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to John, man. He's a great actor. Oh, Herschel. Yes, I was pissed. This is when I found out about James Channel. Back in 2000, what, 17? No, I watched it late. When did Walking Dead come out, James? Like 2013?
2010.
Okay, 2010 season. Herschel, spoiler warning ahead. Herschel died in season 4.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's like 2013, right?
Or would
So
it?
I watched
Yeah,
season
four.
4 like
Yeah.
maybe 3 years late. Like I would say like around 2016 is when I seen it. And I immediately got on YouTube and was like, "Why?" Like, I think I typed in, "Why did Herschel have to go?" And I was expecting for there to be a lot of breakdowns on, Herschel uh, being like a. I've heard some people say, I don't know why they would say it, but they was considering Herschel a red shirt, and I was just like, his role was kind of important, so I don't understand why they killed. Like my question was, did they kill him off the show, or did he absolutely? That was part of the story, and I ran into your channel, and you broke it down. You know what I'm saying? And that was when you was posting like every like 2 videos every week.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I arrived kind of late to the Walking Dead. Like I no, I arrived in the Walking Dead community in 2013, but I watched it season 1. I binge watched it, you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
caught up. And by then I was tuned in. Like I thought the Walking Dead was the best thing on television.
Hey, it became around that time up to around season 5. It was the biggest show in the world, not just America, but the
World.
world. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I used to work for DirecTV back when it was DirecTV, and we used to get all the channels with all the shows. We used to get everything for free, and we would also have to promote certain stuff that was coming out and stuff. As soon as I seen The Walking Dead coming out, I was I was on it, man, since day one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff, and especially the early days, and living through it. I
Yeah.
know binging is one thing at different points because some people are just starting even today or whatever. So that's a whole different vibe, I guess, than living through it Sunday to Sunday for a long time. But it was fun times.
By the time Negan got into the show, I was caught up, so I was able to keep. like Ray said, there was a time when cable was still a thing, low key. So I had Spectrum, and you can. I don't think you can name. If you're not a zombie person, I'm gonna exclude all the zombie people because somehow, some way, they will find a show better than The Walking Dead. But during that time, I watched a lot of TV. I'm talking about American Horror Story, Walking Dead, How to Get Away with Murder, Empire, Scandal. I was a TV fanatic, y'all. You could not give me five shows that was better than The Walking Dead from Caesars 1 through 6. You can't. You probably could, in your opinion, but in my opinion, I don't think it's five better shows than The Walking Dead seasons 1 through 6.
Yeah, yeah. There's some people
Yeah.
who don't like it. I get it, but you
Game
can
of
see
Thrones like 1 through 6, 1 through 5, or something like that.
the appeal. Just
Oh, so you talking about zombie shows?
I think it comes from the comic, story. If it wasn't there, I think that was the whole thing. If they didn't have that, it wouldn't have been what it was or whatever. So Kirkman creating those characters just in that type of setting, that was really a big thing. So so it just caught on, at the right time. I started the first season had come out, and the second season was going to start in that October. And of course, early in the year, if you're going to do like a haunted thing, you got to get started. So we'd been working. I was going to open a haunted corn maze, right? So we were doing that, and the second season, and I was just like, zombies just don't seem like, they played out kind of, are they really going to make a comeback right now? And because you got to think of what kind of monsters you're going to have, right? Is it more this or that? And
Yeah.
zombies, if it's a big thing, it's pretty easy compared to some things. So, it was something like, even though I like the show, I didn't realize it was catching on. It was such a big audience. So it took me a little while to realize that. Even after I was doing the haunted thing, I'm like, everybody's talking about zombies and The Walking Dead, and it was pretty big all at once right there. Pretty crazy.
I don't think zombies will ever
Go out of style.
go out of style. Cause I mean, if you execute it the right way and add something new, which I think The Walking Dead did, you know what I'm saying? Like you just didn't have to get bit to turn into a zombie. You could die and turn into a zombie off natural causes. You could die from the flu
Yeah,
and then come back as a zombie. So I
yeah,
mean, when they said that, I was like, okay, now I'm locked in because this is brand new. You know, what I'm saying? I haven't seen a zombie flick or a zombie show that executed the turning into a zombie and bringing something new to it. You know what I'm saying? Z Nation didn't do it. Shaun of the Dead didn't do it. I mean, not Shaun, Dawn of the Dead didn't do it. So it was just like Resident Evil didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's Walking Dead, man. I'm telling you.
One of
And
the biggest things about Walking Dead was that the zombies was really not the threat; it was the people.
it was the people, yeah.
yeah. And the big theme I
It was
think
different.
is in a lot even different than a lot of those that you mentioned. Basically, is that it to me, this story, and especially the early episodes, it put you in it with them, kind of like, what would I do in that situation? And oh my God, that could be me. Because in some of those other stories, they're a little maybe too far out there, harder to put yourself like, okay, this is fiction. This is just crazy made up stuff. But The Walking Dead, even though they're zombies, it really it was kind of on the gritty side when it first few seasons, and that's what people likes. I know a lot of people like the world rebuilding stage that we're kind of in right now, but I think there's
Yeah.
a really large group that likes the beginning, like, okay, the nitty gritty, the oh my God, shit just went down day two, what's happening. But maybe we'll get some of that in Dead City with all these people arriving. It's going to be chaos. I think.
Damn right.
It's just how are they going to show it? Are they going to show it like chaos or just a couple small little scenes, and say it's
They
chaos?
might like show like an overall crowd trying to get in. You know what I'm saying, and try to shift away from the chaos. You get what I'm saying? Like they might try to start it off where everybody, trying to get in order, and then boom, they go shift it away. I guarantee it.
And that's the part you said you don't mind being spoiled, but that was the big thing that happened on the last episode. Is they turned on the power and it lit up the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, so this already happened.
Yeah, that's what
Hold
happened
on.
basically at
So
the
an
end of
episode didn't
the
come out
last
today?
episode.
It came out Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Okay, so Sunday is the last episode. Okay, so yeah, I gotta go back and watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind spoilers. So.
Yeah, so that's going to, turn it into some chaos. So,
So after this, it'll be season 4 of Dead City.
yeah, there'll be a
Okay.
season 4, I'm pretty sure.
Damn, bro. Walking Dead is what is going on 15, 16 years. It's got to be the like the longest running show.
I mean, you got to look at something like Simpsons, and there's several, but
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh
Family
man,
Guy and some of those stuff. But as
Grey's
far as
Anatomy and shit.
as far as just a franchise, though, it is long standing, and Gimple said that several times. He wants to see it go. Like he said, even though sounds like the plan is all fucked up at all times, he don't ever know what the hell's going on. He said he has a 15-year plan, like 15 more.
Oh shit.
When it
Okay.
hit 15, last year when it was like the 15th anniversary, he said things in interviews like, I got a plan for 15 more.
Hey,
He
hey,
said it
look.
came out in 2010. I remember sitting down watching it with my little girl because she was too young to even know what the fuck was going on.
Right.
She was like 3. Now she's like 19.
And she watching it.
Nah, that ain't her thing, man. But
God. I thought she was gonna be like, nah, she watching it.
nah, she's not a fan of that, man. She like other stuff. She like From.
Okay, okay. She got some taste. She got some taste.
Yeah, not everybody likes it. What do you think they should truly do with the ending of Dead City and Daryl? Yeah, that's a big question right there. But I wanted to mention back when we were talking about actors, somebody mentioned Stephen Yun is also doing stuff, and that's very true. He is another one that kind of blew up there and really done
Like he
some great
flourished.
stuff.
He's on that
Yeah.
He's the voice of Invincible.
And even the little dude that played the a hole son of the blonde lady that Rick kind of liked, and also had the kid that Carol would always fuck with the cookies. But the older brother that would always mess with Carl because I guess he took Enos away from him or something. I don't know. Anyway, that kid is in those Kreger movies, horror movies. Resident is it Resident Evil that he's actually the star in that movie, the one that's about to come out. That's that dude.
Yeah, that looks good too,
Yeah,
based off the trailer.
it actually does, don't it? Yeah, Caroline. I don't even know how long, but Simpsons really long time. If you had said they're gonna last that long back in the day, I was like, nah, not that. It's good, but nah. But it has. I'm
Hell,
surprised.
Simpsons been out almost my whole life.
I'm surprised a lot of those shows are kind of still on, but they
I
are.
think it came out when I was like maybe like 9 or 10 or something like that.
Yeah, and somebody mentioned CRM as well, and would they show up in Daryl Dixon? And I mean, I guess there is a possibility that that's there. Not maybe CRM, maybe CRM spy left over from Bill. I don't know. I don't know. But
Okay, if it came out in 1989, I was like 4.
for pretty much all your life though.
Yeah.
Walter wants to see a potential exploration of the world building lore, and that could happen. That seems kind of what's happening. I guess you could say in Dead City right now. So, hey Dana, she just got home. It's been an hour 15. We might go a few more minutes. We'll see what's up. Ron and Sam, yeah, Dragon Ball. You guys can always remember those names.
Got back.
There's Ray's Link again, Soul Taker. So, uh, yeah, Ron was a giant douche. Jocelyn says, yeah, he was in the show, and he was a drug dealer in that. What was that one called? Where the kids held their arms out and ran. What was that called?
You
Weapons.
talking about
Oh yeah, weapons. Yeah.
weapons was
Yeah,
good.
he was the drug dealer, dude, and I thought, he did that great. Like,
I
holy
want to
shit,
see
that's
some
some great
Who
zombies
was
act.
like
the?
the end of that
Oh,
show.
he was. You right. You right. Damn, James, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. This is just my hot take. Weapons was overrated.
it was, but I thought it was pretty good for what it was.
No, it
I
was.
don't,
I
I don't
definitely
think
thought.
it's like Oscar winning or nothing
No,
big, but
no.
and sometimes for the marketing. Let me answer Taylor real quick. Yes, I think he is still alive, so that's still out there. So, baby Clay, that's the thing. The marketing. Sometimes I enjoy the marketing. Like, what was that movie? Blair Witch. I didn't really
Back in the
like that one.
'90s.
Yeah, I didn't really like it
Yeah,
once
yeah.
I saw it. But holy shit, the marketing.
Oh
It's
The
yeah, the
like
marketing was
trailers was
genius.
scary as fuck
it's
back in the
like
day.
holy shit, the marketing.
Yeah.
And I have to say that with that the marketing is something with weapons. I just thought it was really great marketing. You know,
Now I'm not saying that the movie was bad. I just didn't think it was Oscar Golden Globe
no,
worthy.
no, 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 no,
You
no.
know.
No, it was one of the first movies with that handy cam type view.
Yeah. I felt like they executed the ending very well though with well, I ain't gonna spoil that, but I think they executed the movie very well at the ending being what it was. But yeah, I thought it was overrated. But like you said, James, the marketing on it was top tier.
The only thing I can say bad about the marketing is they lied to us. Like they put out a trailer that had a little girl doing a creepy ass voiceover. One night, all the kids got up and ran away and never returned. Well, they did kind of return. That's not how the story went. Like the way
Right.
she was doing her little thing wasn't really how the story went,
Right.
but it was even a more draw you in type story. Like, oh, they never returned. Well, holy shit, I gotta watch this. But they did return, so it's like, but
Well,
anyway.
based off the direction and stuff, I'm ready to see what he's gonna do with Resident Evil.
I don't think I'm gonna like Resident Evil. I'm tired of these fucking Resident Evils fucking up this movie. Like I keep trying to tell people, I do not understand how y'all get paid millions of dollars to write a movie, rather if it's trash or excellent. You
Have
get
you
paid to write this movie. Now it's not easy creating your own universe,
Are you talking about
but
the
holy
the
shit.
old Resident Evil movies?
I didn't like. I'm gonna be real. I like the first one. I did like the. I like the first one, and I low key like the second one.
I liked
Anything
almost
after the
all of
second
them.
one was straight bullshit.
I liked almost
Anything.
all of them, man. I'm a sucker for that shit.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love the actor that plays, and I think her name is Mila Joni Yakovich. I think. I love
Something like that.
those. But anything past three, holy shit.
Jocelyn says they need to stop with the Resident Evil.
And then he said he's not making this like the video game. It's not the video game adaptation. So that's the reason why he didn't put Leon in it. And then he goes to say it's in the Resident Evil universe, but we're dealing with someone that's not Leon, that's not Beth, that's not Chris. So it's just like, bro, what you should have just named this zombie 2026 movie or some shit. And then just instead of just naming it Resident Evil, because now you're trying to cash grab people. Because I'm telling you, people going to see that movie and then they go come home and they go say it's bullshit.
Are we still supposed to be getting Walking Dead movies?
No.
Okay, they canceled all of them.
Yeah, no talk about any more movies.
I wouldn't mind that because they're doing great with the shows.
Yeah, I mean they keep getting deals. You know, they did the whole deal with distribution deal. It was coming up because you could watch Walking Dead on AMC and AMC Plus or whatever, maybe anyway. But outside of that, they had a deal with Netflix, and it was about to end. So they had to renegotiate all that, and they was going to maybe there's getting offers from other people, but I think they stayed at Netflix with a really huge deal and all this kind of stuff. So it just says that you can watch The Walking Dead on Netflix. And I've heard a lot of people asking questions kind of in the vein of, so Netflix can now make Walking Dead shows, but that's not what that was. That's not the kind of deal. That's not what was going on. That's not what happens. It's a distribution deal. So Walking Dead can play on Netflix and for how long and blah, blah, blah. They got money for that. Netflix pays AMC. So that's what was happening, kind of thing. And if Netflix and AMC talking to each other said, "Oh, I don't like the deal," maybe some other streaming service would come in and say, "Okay, AMC, here's my offer." And AMC's like, "Okay," and it be on some other streaming service. And that would have been a
It was,
distribution deal.
it was a smart idea to try to get some more eyes on it.
Yeah. So it's I don't think in any kind of way it's a hey Netflix can now make shows or anything like that. It wasn't a production rights contract. I don't think. But anyway, that's stuff I've been hearing from people and things. Yeah, don't forget the Discord. Dana and Miguel went to see Spider Man. She said it was okay. She said he thought it was just okay. There was stuff he liked, Caroline, but he was not clapping when it was over. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. I think Baby Clay saw that as well, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You didn't like it as much either?
So I'm hearing conflicting
I
stuff.
mean, I mean, hold on, son, hold on. I liked it,
No
but
spoilers. No spoilers.
I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. It could have been way better. Period.
That's pretty big. That's pretty big right there.
It could have been way, way better. I just felt like we didn't get. How can I say this without spoiling it? Because this wouldn't be a spoiler. We've all seen a trailer. I don't think we didn't get Toby Maguire depressed. That's what I was disappointed about. If you saw Spider-Man 3 and you realize, hey son, if you see Spider-Man 3, Toby Maguire is depressed. Not the actor, but his Peter Parker was depressed as hell. And you saw the Venom suit, and you saw what Spider-Man was really capable of once he unleashed everything. You know what I'm saying? Tom Holland, neither Spider-Man movie that we've seen, Tom Holland, it's a cakewalk for his Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield,
You don't think he's the best Peter Parker?
no, by a long shot, no. He's a great Peter Parker. Don't get me wrong, he's great. I don't think they could have found a
Walter,
better
no,
Peter
stop.
Parker, but he ain't better. He not better than Toby. I'm just gonna put it down. People can say what they want, but that man Toby was getting it. He not only was making money from the movies, but he was also getting box office sales, a certain percentage of that. So Toby, I think to this day is still the highest paid Peter Parker. But I like Tom Holland's Peter. You like Tom Holland's Peter Parker, son? You like Tom Holland's Spider Man? Okay, never mind. He doesn't know. But his Spider Man is great. It's just that it's a cakewalk for him. We haven't seen him lose anyone. Besides, I mean, if you've seen No Way Home, you saw what happened. But he really hasn't lost anyone. Tony Stark, he lost Tony.
He did
Compare that
lose
to Andrew
Tony.
Garfield.
He
He
lost
did.
Aunt
He lost
May.
Tony.
He lost Aunt May. Spoiler alert.
No, I'm talking about Tom Holland in general. I'm talking
Oh,
about his Peter Parker in general. I'm not talking about Brand New Day. I'm just speaking about compared to other Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man hasn't went through enough loss. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Garfield, he took a lot of L's. Tobey Maguire, he took a lot of L's. Tom Holland really ain't took no L yet. Besides, in No Way Home.
man, he got beat by Captain America.
Does
Yeah,
does Iron Man
he
have
definitely did.
does
It's
Iron
so funny how I don't know. It just in reality, could Captain America is he really that resilient? Just overall, his story overall, looking at it, it's like it doesn't matter what comes at that guy, he will not falter.
No. And I mean, Captain America, Spider Man was swipe Captain America, no hands down. But the fact that Cap was able to keep up in Civil War, I said, yeah, this. I don't know. Like I said, I think he's a great Spider Man. I want to see him pissed, like angry.
It looks like that might be coming up. Was that not in that
I
movie?
hope so.
In
Hell
Doom,
no,
It wasn't in that one. So you're saying
Doomsday,
no.
it's maybe Doomsday.
He's not in Doomsday.
Oh well, I guess it won't happen
Captain
there
He's
then.
America
probably gonna be
is in
he's probably gonna be
Doomsday.
a Secret Wars.
No, Captain America is in Doomsday.
Oh, oh yeah,
We're
Cap
we're
is.
talking
Yeah.
Spider Man there. I
Oh,
think
Spider Man.
kind of shifted to
Okay.
Spider Man. Yeah, he'll probably be in Secret Wars, but so will Captain America again. Should be.
Yeah, he's got to be in Secret Wars.
Yeah. So can you guys explain to me? I know we're a little off Dead City at the moment, but the original Secret Wars is not the same as the 2015. They're two totally different events that both actually happened in the storyline, the same storyline.
Hold on, what
Kind
you
of
mean? You talking about Infinity War?
like no, like 1984 Secret Wars or whenever it came out, and 2015 Secret Wars.
Oh, the
Because
comics.
You cut out
yeah,
for a second. Can you repeat
Okay.
the question?
the two different Secret Wars, like the one with the Beyonder and then the later one with Doctor Doom with about the multiverse in 2015. There was an earlier Secret Wars, and same thing happened. Beyonder, it was Battle World, was created a little bit different way, but kind of the same thing happened. It's almost the same story, but not.
I don't know the difference.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the difference. The Beyonder could only do so much to Battle World. So when it was actually a writer's decision, because 1984 isn't popular as 2015's version of Secret Wars. Don't get me wrong, the 1984 version is good, but the Beyonder, Doomsday passed the Beyonder in the first issue, and in the second issue, it's just straight Doomsday. And actually, Madam Web plays a part in the 1984 issue because the Beyonder needs Madam Web's help to contact Spider Man to try to get into the so Spider Man could be a part of the all the rest of the heroes that was participating in the Battle World
I think they did
war.
something, another one, another version in the Spider Man show.
Yeah, yeah, they did, and
Because
that's
that's the
when
one I
Madam Web
remember.
came into play. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Interesting.
Madam Web came into play into the 1984 issue too. But I think in the 2015 issue, it's just more Doomsday focused, and with the other heroes like Fantastic Four and X-Men and Avengers and shit like that. I don't even think the
And it was
Beyonder
Black
is
Suit
in
Spider
the
Man,
second
right?
issue. I gotta go back and read it because I don't even think the Beyonder is in the second issue of Secret Wars. Honestly, I think it's just straight Doom.
The 2015 one.
Yeah, the 2015 issue of it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty much doom centered kind of thing. The end of the multiverse story, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's a whole
Hmm.
different, even though it's kind of the framework is kind of there, the battle world, same thing happened and all that kind of stuff. A lot of that stuff is there. The first Secret Wars wasn't anything about the multiverse necessarily. It was just the
No.
Beyonder.
Yeah, the Beyonder was just invading in the battle world and trying to go against Doom, and he recruited heroes. And Doomsday, this is when the incursion happens. Not Doomsday, also Doomsday too, but the second issue of Secret Wars. Okay, so basically, Doomsday is Secret Wars Part One, and this is when the incursions are starting to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens in the second issue of 2000. It leans more of encourages reality, crossing over with other realities. It doesn't have that in like the 1984 issue. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what. And I'm glad they went with the 2015 version because I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to still put the Beyonder somewhere in the film. But I'm pretty sure he won't have a impact on anything for real. For real.
Well, it's going to be a crazy daisy, even with Dead City. We got. So you say you haven't watched the last episode? Have you? You know this character right here, Baby
That
Clay.
he doesn't look familiar now.
Let me go to
Who
the
is that
better
character?
shot. Right there. That guy.
Go back. Okay. That is. I don't I recognize him, but I can't think of his name.
In the show, it's Dillard. He's the bartender guy.
From what season? From this season?
Season, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe I don't know if you're caught up that far. Maybe a spoiler, but Negan meets him in a bar and they become friends.
Right.
The theory is
And what?
he's
No,
the
you can tell me. I don't mind.
well, I mean, the theory is he's not real. So when you watch the show, is this guy a figment of Negan's imagination, like trying to deal with the trauma kind of thing?
Oh, I mean that would make sense too.
But James pointed out earlier that this season starts like the next day after the last season, so he hasn't even had time to deal with it.
Yeah, Jenny just died, and he finds this guy in the bar. And of course, between episode 1 and 2, there's like a 4 or so month time jump, and he's still hanging out with Dillard. So, but they set it up like the next day, in episode 1 from season 2, that he's seeing Dillard,
Yeah, I can see that being like a figment of his imagination. I can see
like
that.
part of the trauma,
Yeah.
aspect.
I mean, yeah. He should. He should go. He should see everything. I hope he sees Glenn one day.
Oh snap!
Next season. Oh my God. If Glenn comes back in a vision.
That would be big.
Oh, so you messing with my baby mama, huh?
That'd be funny. They'd never do anything like that, but it'd be funny.
I mean, damn. Did they? Let me know if they had a does Glenn or Steven? I'm sorry, Steven Young. Does he have a bad relationship with the directors or something? Like, because I haven't heard anything bad that happened between them. So it's like, why won't they offer him to come back on Dead City as a Vision?
Yeah, I think I think it maybe was Steven and maybe even a couple of the other actors. They're like, once I'm gone, I don't want to return to it.
And it might be a cost thing too.
And sometimes like even Steven maybe even said, and that's a career like acting. I don't want to go back to that character decision. And if the actors made that decision,
Damn.
don't matter if AMC asks or not, kind of thing. But people change their mind as time goes by. But we all know times
Yeah.
change and people change their mind or whatever. Because there's I won't spoil it. It's kind of already been spoiled, so I don't know why I'm holding back. But there is a character coming this season, season 3 of Dead City, that died on the main show, and so they are bringing some character back. So that'll
I've
probably
seen
be a
that.
that'll
I
be a
think I've
big
seen that what you're
episode.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
that'll
I
be a
think I've
big
seen what you're talking
episode.
So
about.
it's gonna be like a flashback or a vision or something.
Yeah, something. What if, maybe, type little something, but it'll be something in the sense that I think it'll be because of what it is. It'll be a big episode as far as a lot of people will want to tune in that maybe didn't tune in for the rest of the season or something. They'll go
I will be
watch that
watching that
episode.
one time.
Okay, I like that. I hadn't heard about that.
Yep, yep. So that's going to be an episode. I don't know how much of an episode, but the way they talk, it's a
Do
big
you know which episode?
six. Is it six?
Okay.
Hold
I
on.
want to
So,
say
so this
six.
episode already came out, right?
No,
Oh, it hasn't. Okay. Okay.
not the one, the spoiler one.
Okay.
The one where like there's an episode that just came out that maybe you're not caught up to, and what I'm showing in the still frames is the next episode after that. So, episode 2 just aired, and this is the trailer frames for episode 3, and that'll be what's coming next week, episode 3. And I think the flashback thing may be episode 6. Because there's 8 episodes, I think, this season.
Okay. So I got some binging to do. I missed the last two. What this one and the one before that one.
That's a whole season, man.
Damn. So it's not 10 episodes. Oh, you did say it was going to be 8 episodes, 7 episodes,
8.
right?
I think 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah,
Well,
it's
it's okay.
it's it could get better because the first 2 episodes they were wiping away what happened in season 2, a new showrunner, new story, like okay, let's start over kind of, and we're just now getting there. So really episode 3 is the way I kind of feel we're just now getting started.
Okay.
Really. So but it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. Caroline's, they've been talking about Glenn and different things in the chat. Caroline says, I think leaving Glenn alive would have changed quite a bit of the story. I think it definitely would have as well.
Oh
And,
yeah.
a lot of people bitch about them killing him. If it hadn't happened in the comics, maybe I would have think different. But because it happened in the comic and the way it did and the story and how Rick kind of and the rest of the group reacted to it after that, and I think that was just so integral to the whole Walking Dead experience of reading the comics before watching the show, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad it happened, just because that's the way the story went in the comic. Not glad that Glenn died, you know, because I like Glenn. Glenn was a favorite character,
Yeah,
even
I
in the
like Glenn
comic.
too.
Even in the comic, he was a favorite character, and it's like, damn,
Yeah, like
it,
from
it
day
hurt.
one.
It hurt when you turned that page, and it was Glenn. Any, many, miny, mo.
What so somebody asked earlier about CRM being in Daryl Dixon.
Right,
Do you think
right.
we'll get CRM in this?
No,
Especially with them turning on the power like that?
especially with something like that going on, but it depends on where you are in the timeline, which is fluid. But let's just say, because of Herschel's age, it is, say, 4 years ahead of Daryl. Well, that's 4 years ahead of Rick getting back. That's 4 years ahead of that there's been time for the Civic Republic to reach out to communities, and all those big helicopters that were flying over at the end of the Ones Who Live that was carrying cargo to the different communities and stuff.
Yeah.
They were reaching out. So as all that kind of slowed down after 4 years and everything is what it is, and New Babylon maybe was one of the communities that got boosted by some CRM assistance back in the
Hmm.
4 years ago. And at this point, just because a light lit up at the Statue of Liberty, would they send more supplies? Would they try to reach out and address the community? I mean, Maggie and Negan
They would
should,
definitely notice if
but the
they're
thing
around and
is,
strong enough.
Maggie and Negan should know about them. Should have known about the whole thing about Rick and taking down Major General Bill and CRM helping communities.
Yeah.
They should know about that. On the other hand, it's not like CRM could find them; they could find CRM or Civic Republic. Hand in hand. So it's like we were talking about earlier. They could do so much more with it if they could just let let it. They're too worried about something not matching up. Maybe, well, hell,
Hey,
nothing's
look.
matching up, dudes.
Yeah.
Just go
So
with
I
it.
mean, they gotta make a way because I like the ones who live, and I like how they added the CRM. Well, I'm not gonna say added the CRM, but the helicopter that Rick was seeing ever since the beginning of season one was actually the helicopter from that. And I like how the way they did that. I loved how the way they did that. Even if it was just a little bit, what I'm saying? That was something that I think the fans will obviously acknowledge. And I would say they liked it, you know what I'm saying? Because Rick was never tripping. He always said, I see a helicopter, I see the car. So it was just a fairly, I think it was, now that's fan service, you know what I'm saying? You created something that was low key fan service into this, what was it, a 8 episode special.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was good. I liked it. I thought everything was balanced in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had my ups and downs about it, but the story is the Lord now as far as going forward about how it played
Hmm.
out, and so we can only play off of that anyway, either way. We talked about Dwight and Sherry earlier. I think if there's a show they would be in or could be in, they should put them in this, but I don't know if that'll happen or not. We'll just have to see how does World Beyond even tie into all of this. They're kind of trying to sweep that under the rug because we had all the kids going to Portland and different things. Silas and CRM, we had a lot of things tied into the lore, and they just kind of poof, forgot about it pretty much. We've got the scientists out there supposedly trying to do something. They got a little
Hmm.
lab set up. You got some things going on, but I don't know if we'll ever hear from that again. Just because they
Yeah.
seem like, oh, that show didn't do very well, so let's just kind of forget it and go on to talk about other things. So it don't tie into it, except whatever happened in World Beyond is still canon. It's still lore. It talks about Jadis's story. It talks about some kids and stuff, but they're just kind of being forgotten, I think.
Hmm.
So, but like I say, some of the stuff that happened in World Beyond does tie into the story in different ways, just not some major way, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the stuff we got introduced to the gas that they were gassing communities with through World Beyond, and then it was introduced into the ones who live as well. So, a lot of little story connections about different things.
And then what happened to the mutant zombies that was in Daryl Dixon?
The acid ones,
Yeah, like the special zombies they were like creating stuff.
oh, with the darts, they wiped out that lady, Janae. She
All
was the
the
group,
zombies too.
pretty much. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if we'll see any of that again. And I made a video and talked about it. It may or may not be true, but I think talking about World Beyond, they had this post-credit scene where this guy in a French lab went in and shot this lady that was watching some Doctor what's his name from season one little videos, and shot her in the back, and she went like crazy kind of when she reanimated and beating on the door and stuff. So I'm thinking they kind of made those darts. That's kind of what it changed. Like, we're not going to get what we saw at the end of World Beyond post credit scene. Exactly. But we got it. We got it in little pieces that were changed, like the darts. The darts is what turns people, turns zombies,
So
not
no new,
reanimate.
no new zombies.
Yeah, so I think they're just kind of forgetting stuff, kind of like they're doing right here at the first of Dead City. Like, okay, let's just get rid of season 2 shit and start from scratch again.
Yeah.
They're kind of doing that with little storylines like World Beyond and I think some of the stuff like that that you thought was going to be something in Daryl Dixon, but it's like, oh, that's all that is. Seems like
Right.
anyway.
Yeah.
I wish there were more. I would be excited if it did turn into more, some kind of way. Because think about it, they talked about in World Beyond, I think it was the Primrose team, or maybe that was at that post credit scene. They introduced these different scientist teams. Supposedly, it started over there in France, and they divided up into teams of scientists and went in different places all over the world. And
Yeah.
it was like, where was it, Connecticut or somewhere they went in America. So think about it. A show starts with the day before or a couple days before the outbreak goes global, like we see in The Walking Dead. And these scientists are going to Connecticut and it follows them and their story all the way into like CRM and that type of territory or something crazy. That would be a good spinoff. I think that would be cool. But we don't get cool stuff like that.
Are we supposed to be
One day.
getting
One
any
day.
more seasons of? I thought I heard something about another Rick show coming up.
Yeah, I mean, you probably did. You probably did hear about it. There's all kinds of rumors.
Okay, just a rumor, nothing
I mean,
confirmed.
nothing confirmed totally, and it depends on who you're talking about. There's this one guy Sentinel. He's in the chat sometimes. He says, you talked to Jenner at a Comic Con or something, a festival or something, and he said a few things. So it's like stuff is a couple things are in production and some stuff like that. So I don't say I don't believe the guy. It's just nothing's confirmed out in public like through a article or something like that. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I kind of wait, just to be sure. And a lot of it's rumor, and it just plays off of stuff. Either maybe there was an article that they talked to Andrew Lincoln, or Andrew Lincoln was in a town that somebody else was in. There'll be some little talk like that, and then people start talking outside of that. Oh, there must be a deal. Something must be going on. Oh my God, it's going to be a Rick movie. Or whatever. They just start talking, and you start seeing these clickbait titles on YouTube, especially in different places. Rick movie news and this and that, and Rick's coming back, and reunion confirmed, and all these kind of things. But yeah, Jenner is the doctor. I couldn't think of his name right off. They also forgot that CRM being destroyed means that Al and her girlfriend don't have to hide anymore. Yeah, they forgot about that. I'm sure those characters. They're too disconnected, and that's what we kind of talk about in the bigger picture about Gimple and AMC and the execs and how they want to keep this show fluid and not really want to connect it to the main show, and because they don't know where it's going to fit once they get the reunion script, and he just don't know where things are going, so he's got to say it's all fluid and dangling and not put stuff in this show to connect it to the other shows too much right now, which we all agree, I think, is a big mistake. And there's so many things that they could be doing. I think a 15-second scene of Morgan over the radio. I don't know if we'll get that. That's just more bait and tease. Bait and tease. I think the spinoff were more connected to the whole Walking Dead story. And that's what we're saying, Shannon. That's what we're saying. It would be better if it was more kind of connected instead of so standoff, because it almost, you can just sort of tell, like, why don't everybody's saying, why don't they ever talk about the mainland? Why don't they ever talk about any other characters? Where's CRM? Where's Civic Republic? Why haven't they ever mentioned that? Well, Scott Gimple said he don't want to tie it too much He wants to keep it so vague because he doesn't know where the big main story's going, I think.
Yeah, I think that's foolish.
Yeah, he could be doing so much more. No doubt about it. Dana, everything's clickbait. Now, wait a minute. I know this one channel that just got monetized and everything, and she's starting to make a bunch of videos and everything. She ain't doing no clickbait titles now, is she? Over there at Witch's Brew with Dana Marie? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You almost got to. You
That's
know,
what's up, Dana.
everybody's got a channel now and stuff. You know, Baby Clay, you do it and everything. You understand how you don't want to clickbait people, but you do have to really. You know,
Yeah.
titles are half the
Titles
battle.
mean everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's most of the battle right there.
Yeah, you got to
Thumbnail,
play the algorithm game.
yeah,
And
thumbnail's
like I said,
big.
I try not to clickbait, but is you could try not clickbaiting people and you still end up going to eventually do it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, and sometimes I didn't mean to. Sometimes I did. You know, back when I was making a bunch of videos, and I would try different things. Like, okay, I'm gonna find the most shot with boobs that I can find in The Walking Dead and put it in the thumbnail. And sure enough, 40,000 views in the first day or
That
whatever.
worked.
Because I was getting like, I was barely hitting 1,000 for like several couple weeks there.
Yeah.
Several videos. So I'm like, let me just try a little something. Sure enough, I got called out for it, but I'm just saying it worked.
I mean, hey, that's not really a clickbait. Not necessarily.
Jocelyn, I love rumors. There's
Was
this
it a show?
old, what was it, 80s song, 80s rap song, like, look at all them rumors running you every day.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That's before my time right there, buddy. Y'all took it back. I like that song though. I love the instruments, everything, the sound of it. Just if you listen to that song and you still have a bad day, just go to sleep.
It's just one of those songs, if I ever hear it, like, it takes me right back to that time, It's one of those.
Yeah, good old days.
But, yeah, check out everybody, Ray and Baby Clay. Where would they go in Connecticut? I don't know. I mean, not Connecticut, not Connecticut. Chicago. It's like Chicago. It's like somewhere over there. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. Dana caught me. Not Connecticut. Sorry, you're correct. That is not correct. I think it was like Chicago or Cincinnati. Cincinnati. That sounds even more right. It's in that area over there, mid kind of, not across the Mississippi, but up in around the Great Lakes. So it was somewhere over there. TWD had so many great characters that they didn't have enough time to fit them all in. I know. There at one point, man, they had a shit ton of characters, and that's why the Jesus actor left. He's like, "You just ain't utilizing me. You got too much shit going on. Let me just go."
Right, right. Because they
And
definitely didn't utilize it. I thought he was gonna be like something important.
yeah, he was more in the comic. He should have been a little more anyway.
Yeah.
Dana says she'd never resort to those tactics. Caroline, there's a lot of clickbait for sure, and it's hard to get away from, but it's hard to compete too. Once you kind of you hate it, but then once as I'm sitting there looking through YouTube, I'm cussing people for doing it, and then I get to like make a video and I have to type in the title. I'm like, oh man, how close to clickbait can I get before it's
Yeah.
clickbait? So it's like, damn, you got to play the game. It's like suddenly you realize if you're gonna do it, or if you want to do it, you got to play the game. It's not like, I mean, you might could create your own game, but those are very few and far between kind of people.
Yeah.
You have to be a character, showing your face, really like putting something out there to not worry so much about it. Rick Roll days, Dragon Ball, England story would be epic. I think we had an England story. It lasted like one episode, maybe two, in the Daryl Dixon series. Jocelyn doesn't care for the AI thumbnails. Yeah, those are getting a little out of hand, in my opinion. Like, everybody's just now doing it. It's just like, really, we've accepted this. I don't know. Some of them are cool, especially the Game of Thrones ones. You know, some of those Game of Thrones AI photos of the battles. It's like, holy shit, that's some gruesome, damn realistic detail right there. But it's still AI.
Yeah.
It's only gonna get worse.
Yes, Dana, boobies. It was a thumbnail test. And I don't know if that was before or after the ABC like test your thumbnails type thing they implemented. I think it was before, so you could only do one thumbnail. I did Fear the Walking Dead. What's her name? She was. It was like a picture of her butt, Alicia's butt. Got called out for that one too. Because that was whatever seasons that was. I just didn't like it. It was the Morgan stuff. They were putting out boxes or something. I don't know. I forget. But it was just a good
Booties
shot.
and boobies.
It was a good shot of Alicia, and I put it in the thumbnail and said, "This is the only good thing about Fear the Walking Dead." I was just really fed up with the story. Sorry. That's just tales of running a YouTube channel from back in the day. Back in the day, man, when we used to have to start a fire with sticks.
With sticks and stones.
There's a lot of good stuff going on over there in the chat. Yeah, I'm not. I didn't say that right, did I? Greenwich. You don't say the W. How is it? I know it's not necessarily pronounced like I say it. Somebody's told me that before. Greenwich. How do you say that, guys? Am I doing it? Am I still messing that up? Jesus, that was good though because it acknowledged the whispers as a threat right away. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I thought they at least utilized his death in a decent way, unlike Carl or somebody I could mention, a lot of other people that died. Yeah, you're right, Dragon. You know, that sometimes the writing is at least okay. You know how they kind of do stuff. Even though I wanted more use of the Jesus character, I would have liked to seen that. But I didn't hate his death. It was a good kind of written into the story thing, at least, since the actor wanted to leave. Yeah, they're keeping us like zombies, right, Shannon? They're starving us to death.
And cut our jaws off. Our
Man,
arms.
man, they got us chained up, just dragging us along. We should do a meme, Ray. AMC is like Michonne. Michonne's AMC.
Feels like it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's just more of a mental thing at the moment. Um, the uh, the clickbait though is uh, it's kind of like I mean for real. It's almost like let's say you had a storefront in a little town with a bunch of businesses along the sidewalk, and just next business down was some or cut to was a business like yours, like another bakery. Say you have a bakery, you know. Sometimes it, you know, if you did like the one bakery started doing clickbait stuff and they're booming. So it, you know, that's the reality of business as far as okay, do you close shop to save face or do you play the game, right? And but maybe you don't have to do it in a clickbaity way, but you can still do clever marketing. I don't know. I've always been fascinated with that aspect because I've been like you could kind of say business type consultant, a person for small businesses for a long time, and I've seen a lot of them fail. You know that statistic they throw out there, like 70, 80, whatever percent of small businesses that start fail. It's true. I've seen it. I've seen it, man. Even people with really good ideas. But most people, you see the flaw. Like standing back, looking at it, you can kind of see the flaw that's there, you know? And a lot of times it's the same flaw. So you try to tell them, hey, that don't work. Do this. Here's the reason why.
And everybody likes booties and boobies.
Yeah, so it's just tough, and it's playing around with the algorithm and channel some of the stuff. But I think if you look back over all my videos, which most of them are deleted by this point, I did pretty good. I didn't clickbait too much. I played fair could be with titles, with thumbnails. I never like showed a thumbnail that wasn't related to the video. I made my thumbnails in Photoshop, usually from a frame that I'm showing in the video most of the time. So yeah, I think it was pretty fair overall. It's just the game exists though. I think even in reality, like I say, a shop in a real world town kind of thing. There's different ways to play the game and different aspects. You don't have to be clickbaity. You can just be clever marketing, and that is a art. That's the part I like to see the clever marketing in the world. Whoever's doing it. I think we were talking about earlier the movies. Like
Right.
Blair Witch. I thought that was just clever marketing. Like crap, man, you ain't got a great movie product. It's not that great, but the marketing is clever as hell. Like holy crap. And you see that on late night TV a lot. It's like the people start buying stuff up. You know,
Hmm.
like for instance, this one air conditioner. It's an air conditioner. It'll heat your whole house in 90 seconds. Like bullshit. And it fits in the palm of your hand. And all this bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck? But it's
There's
slick.
that paid programming.
But it's slick.
Hmm.
But anyway, it's just I just find all that interesting. It's
Sham,
more of a
sham, wow.
philosophy. Dana says I did AI thumbnail from my last Clara video. Yeah, sometimes it is, and it is easy to use AI, no doubt about it. And sometimes you don't have time. You just gotta do stuff like the intro and outro. I was going to edit a new one, but I didn't have time, so I just used a single image, and I used AI. I took one of the images of Negan and Maggie and Pearlie walking around a wall that's got a brick wall, and I said, AI, put a wanted poster for me, TWD explained, up on the wall behind them. And so I did that with AI, but it's kind of a combination, like used a frame from the show kind of thing. But I just didn't have time to edit video from the shows, the episodes, put them together. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's coming. Everybody, green itch. Yeah, green itch. You don't say that like a sandwich.
That don't sound good. You got a green itch. I had this green itch for 2 weeks. I
Oh
never
man.
called her back.
Oh my goodness. Jocelyn James, your channel was a bomb. Yeah, it was fun while it lasted, and hopefully I can figure something out. I'm just trying to figure something out on the creative side, and it's weird because all I did is a slideshow with a voiceover, and that's what a million other channels do in different kind of ways, not just TV or movie reviews, but toy reviews, or I mean, so many things, right? I mean, that's just a format, right? A basic format. What else you do, especially if you don't want to show your face. So I'm thinking about it. I'm going through, one big thing. I don't know if just regular Joe kind of people that aren't YouTubers and kind of looking at the marketing of YouTube and stuff as much, but YouTube is pushing shows. Shows is going to be a big thing coming in the future as far as what they're wanting people to do and push. So you have a certain format, a show, and like this live show, I don't know if that counts. So I think a lot of it is, you got to show your face kind of thing, be the host, that kind of thing. But we'll see. We'll see where the future of YouTube goes. It's good, James. Come back to YouTube. I mean, I'm here right now. Got my head above the water at least. See what happens, kind of, and see if I can think of something. If I can't think of something right away, I may dip back down and just be on Twitch and do some stuff. But I'll just have to think about it. Get you guys input. Just wanted to get back out to all you guys because that's where the
Glad you hopping back out there, buddy.
despite YouTube and not even talking about the bullshit about them and everything and running ads and the whole aspect of all of that, which is what I'm kind of against. So many years of building up an audience and it's sitting there. That's worth a lot as far as friends and people that you can talk to that it would be harder to build up again somewhere else. So that's just the reality of it. No matter where I went or what I did, YouTube is where the audience is. It's a free platform. They're already there. YouTube is what it is, so people want to be there. And I understand. So it's like, okay, on the other side, my side, YouTube said, yeah, your channel sucks. So I can just, I guess, post whatever I want to and never worry about monetization. But if I want to worry about monetization, I have to come up with something else or
Right.
something new, a new format, or some other way to present something. And this live stuff is a way, I guess. But is it the way? Is it the way I want to do? Is it what's happening with the future? But
I
the
think that's
crowd,
the way of the future, man.
yeah, the crowd is sitting there, so it's worth a lot. Just being what it is, everything it is, especially the friendship side of things with so many different people. So that's kind of what that is. But Dead City, we'll wrap it up. We've been going 2 hours. Any final thoughts, kind of where you think the whole franchise is going, or any final things at all, guys, before we wrap it up?
Not me. I gotta go back and watch the previous episode. So I'm wondering what I'd have missed out on. But I mean, I'm pretty sure to end on a good note. I'm ready for to see all of them. Hopefully, one day get back together. Rick, Maggie, Michonne. Hopefully, we'll see that in the future, and hopefully, Maggie doesn't make the dumbass decision to sleep with the guy that murdered her husband. Maybe that.
That's pretty good right there, though. What about you, Ray? Oh, Ray went offline. He may come right back. He bounces. He bounces back and forth. But overall, like I say, this next episode will kind of tell the tale, I think, because it's kind of, for me, looking like it's really starting the season. So maybe after next episode, I can tell you more how I think it's going to play out. But we talked most of the live stream about how the whole franchise isn't connected and are bitching about that and what we'd like to see and what could happen and why maybe they're not connecting it. So other than that, the Dead City season 3 we'll have to see
Yeah.
with episode 3. I think. Ray, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
What do you think? Any final thoughts?
I'm just wondering where this season is gonna end at.
Oh
That's
yeah.
pretty much what's on my mind. I'm just wondering where we're gonna end at.
Um, Dead City like season 4, or are you just talking about season 3?
Season 3.
I think the only thing they can do with the story writing, kind of based on what they usually give us too, is that there's not a central villain. We got rid of them kind of early on. That was leftovers from season 2. So now we move on, and there's not a central villain. There's these monsters of the week per se, or people like we see in the trailer that are chained up. But then you take care of them, there's another bad guy kind of comes into town, rows up on shore, maybe another one. So by the time you get to the end of the season, you have to have world built enough where you've got some kind of system going on. Maggie maybe being in charge or whatever, Queen of New York, but then a villain, something.
Yeah, yeah. I would like
The
to have a villain by the end of the
cliffhanger,
season.
cliffhanger with next season's villain. So hopefully that's the way but it never goes the way you want it to. So they'll probably like have this picnic in the park and get a plow and be like, "Hey y'all," and have straw in their mouth and raise some pigs.
Yeah, and Maggie and Negan get together.
Yeah, and have a couple more kids, and they adopt a couple, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's I'd like to
I
see it
hope
go at
not.
least. If it is what it is, fine. I can deal with world building and some bad seeds and the chaos of people coming over to set up something and maybe introduce a villain for next season. I can go with that if that's what it is. So hopefully,
We were the same mind.
and that is big. If you hear Caroline saying I'm looking forward to the next one, it ain't so bad. It's bad. It may be bad, but it ain't so bad. So that's good. It's good that we're looking forward to the next one. But that's it. So Ray, everything broke down. You got anything going on you want to say right before we exit?
No, y'all can find me on Twitch live every day playing video games, or catch me on a short or YouTube video.
Nice,
And I thank you for
nice.
having me, my boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And Ray, thanks for coming. You're always invited as well. We'll be talking some more Thursday. Probably get together. I may just try to come up with a random subject type thing. Probably won't be talking Walking Dead as much, but you're welcome to join. I just don't know what the topic is yet. I'll let you
Yeah, I'll
know.
be there on Thursday.
I'll Discord you and let you know a little ahead of time. Other than that, thanks everybody in the chat for joining. Everybody on panel enjoyed the heck out of it. Went a lot longer than I thought, so the conversation was good if that happens. So
Yeah,
the
right.
chat and the panel, good conversation. I said I'm just going an hour, but here it is over 2 hours. So that you guys did that. You guys did that. So thanks everybody for joining. Walter, yep. Good night, everybody. Take care,
Everybody take
and
care. Good night.
we will see y'all later.
All right. Good night, y'all.